Right, so these are the two halves, and in order to separate them we are going to use this long piece of pine. That's going to go between the two and form a border around the outside. So there'll be a piece like that, a piece like that, a piece like that, and a piece like that. So you've got to get 4 pieces of this. I need to prep it. It's got a rough edge here where it's gone through the bandsaw. I'm just going to plane that edge smooth, like we did with the throwing arm. And again, clamp it tight. A couple of runs just removes the bandsaw marks, and then some sandpaper around a sanding block, and I can just sand it smooth. Now, I need a pencil, and going along there, I know I need this piece and that long. I'm not going to go and measure and then measure and then measure, because every time I saw it's going to take some of the wood away. So I'm going to measure, take that, try square to get a perpendicular line to cut to, bench hook to hold the piece against, to cut with palm, holds the wood, maybe a thumb, a couple of backward strokes to get the saw started, and then because it's quite thin I'm probably not going to go at that angle or that angle too much. I can keep it straight, so I can just cut straight through. And that's the first piece done. So I'm going to do the same to the other side, line it up against there, make a mark at the end, use the tri-square to get the perpendicular line, slice across. I want to go from there to the middle. There's my centre line. I'm actually going to make it a tiny bit longer. On mine, that's 75 millimeters. And that's going to fit on that one. If I've measured correctly, the other piece should end up about 75 millimeters. There we go, 75. A bit bigger. Fourth piece. Scrap wood, don't throw it away, keep it, make use of it for something else. And splinters on there, put it flat. Now, I go A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So I now know which piece of wood goes to which piece of the sides. So, 2 pieces are going there, 2 pieces are going there. The A and D pieces are going to get glued onto the sides like that. The B and C pieces are going to get glued on roughly like that, but I want to be able to sand it around at the end. So these pieces need not there, because I'll sand off there, but going overlapping. With a pencil, there's a bit of guesswork here, but I know if I have them at that angle, the centre line is going at about that angle and about that angle. At the end, I've got it lining up there. And coming along there. So there's a bit of guesstimate here. And then it's using the disc sander. So I'm taking away that piece. And along there. So that little triangular section is either going to get cut off or sanded off. That little triangular section is going to get cut off or sanded off. That little section, again, same thing on this piece, that's going to get removed. And I've got quite a lot more on here, I'll take the smaller one. Let's do it the same as this one to start with. So to start with, I'm going to make them the same size. I'm going to use the big block of wood to hold it. If I hold it like that, there's too much chance of it tipping over. If I hold it against this piece of wood, it won't tip over, it's held secure. And you can see it starting to wear away. Now you can see the line. Turn it over, hold it at the bottom, and I've got my other light. And 1, 2. Go across there. So. C, B, is it that way around? So now, when they go on there, that should go against there, and that should go against there, and I've just got them a little bit too long, haven't I? Right, sorry. Second try. Just taking a little bit more off, so we get that one in there. And that one fitting in there, just about. As long as I have them touching along there, it'll be fine. So I'm going to glue it together like that.